There she blows. Captain Chris Greer going all in, taking his draft picks, wheeling and dealing, going to the Rams, says give me Ramsey. And you know what the cousin of a ram is? A sheep. And how do you shear a sheep? You fleece him. You fleece a sheep so Chris Greer can be kept all so warm by getting an actual player and shipping off a tight end they didn't even use for somebody else's pick. This guy is going all in no matter what the deal may be. Amazing day, everybody. How's everybody doing out there, huh? Let's throw those off. Let's get this off. Let's put the headphones back on. Let's do the thing with the hair. What a day it was in Dolphins land for Chris Greer to put all of the chips into the table, continue to go more all in with this team, which is what you should do when you got a QB on a rookie deal. What are you going to do? What are you going to do with the quarterback? I don't know. What I'm going to do is continue to add on to the roster while everybody is here advocating for going for $60 million hippies. No. Instead, you take that flexibility of having a young QB and you make all the moves that you need. And I think it was Pro Football Focus. We were talking about this a couple of weeks ago on the show. I think they were the first one to suggest Dolphins, Jalen Ramsey, maybe a second-round pick. Second-round pick, Chris Greer got on that phone. Second-round pick. What? Click. Oh, no, we hung up. You call them back. They beg, please make the Jalen Ramsey deal happen. I tell you what, man, what a move. Continuing to show their commitment. This team is going to be, if you thought the Dolphins couldn't get any more entertaining between Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Tua Tagovailoa, everything they got going on, why don't you add one of the most notorious trash talkers in the league, a champion defensive back? You put him in there. You bring him into Fang's defense, and Fang's stamp of approval. Hey, Fangs, what do you think about this? And I'll tell you what he said, dude. I don't have the direct quote, but I imagine it went something like this. Fangs up. It went something like that, I'm pretty sure. And Jalen Ramsey wanted to get his ass here. Apparently was threatening his agent. Get me to Miami, all right? Get me to Miami. That's where he wants to be to start the next chapter of his football career. This guy has been certainly a lightning rod for controversy. This guy is not afraid to say things. I think everybody should go back and look at his comments about Josh Allen from back in the day when he was on the Jacksonville Jaguars. If you don't know what he said, go look somewhere in your kitchen and find your nearest garbage receptacle. It's something similar to that. So if Dolphins fans already want to get on the right foot with Jalen Ramsey, who a lot of people were mad at pretty recently because he decleated Tyreek Hill in the Pro Bowl flag football game, that I think will get your heart a little bit warm as you're getting even more excited for Jalen Ramsey, which, Dolphins Twitter, we were at Marcos's baby shower, producer for the Tobin and Leroy show, weekdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Watch tomorrow live, subscribe on 560 WQAM. And JVig actually, kind of flashed look at Ian Rapoport saying that Jalen Ramsey to the Miami Dolphins is in the works. And then he started tweeting like crazy. He was tweeting, I was praying for this. I was, this is what I want. Then he's tweeting out videos. And then it happened. And everybody was just, I think even like Bradley Chubb was starting to tweet. People from the Dolphins were starting to say, kind of giving the googly eyes thing. And then it happened. Not too long thereafter, we were all celebrating, of course, the coming birth of Marcos's firstborn. But also Jalen Ramsey coming to the Dolphins. That's what we were also celebrating. What a shower gift. It's very nice of Chris Greer to go and celebrate the baby shower by gifting Jalen Ramsey to Dolph fans. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. And what did they give up? Third-round pick for a guy of his caliber, the third-rated defensive back, the third-rated cornerback in all of Pro Football Focus last year. Look, is he what he used to be? No, he's taking a little bit of wear and tear, but you think about where you were at last year, and you're essentially giving up Devontae Parker and a tight end you never used for him. That's essentially what the trade is. That's crazy. And so, yeah, you got to give Chris Greer a lot of credit for the aggressiveness that he has shown in the trade market. he has shown a very, very bold stance with trying to continue to add on to this team, which, they got like a couple more years to do with the restructures and moving things around. They'll probably do that with this upcoming deal because he's got, I think, like, what is it? He's got $17 million on the books for this year, 17 next year. But they're going to restructure some of that, lower the cap number. And, I don't believe in that salary cap. It's all hocus pocus. Yeah, until you have to win the Super Bowl. Then, of course, the Rams are paying the price for it. But you can stretch things out. You can manipulate things how you want to and get things going. And I think we all speak for Xavier Howard in what he said to Cam Wolf from NFL Network, where he says, quote, "This about to go crazy," which it is. I mean, think about those practices alone. I mean, look, I don't know if people are advocates for Hard Knocks or you want Hard Knocks. A lot of people are scared of Hard Knocks. But how good would a Hard Knocks Dolphins be this year, right? Like between Mike McDaniel, Tua, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Ramsey, Jalen Waddle, Jalen Phillips, Jalen on Jalen, Javon Holland. Think about how good a Hard Knocks would be for this Dolphins team. And by the way, a Dolphins team that already gets under everybody's skin just because, for whatever reason, they hate Tua's guts. They get very freaked out when Tyreek Hill says anything cocky. Now you have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Ramsey, maybe the most notorious talker on defense with a notorious talker on offense. And it's all there for this Miami Dolphins team to go and make whatever run they got to go make. And, these Jets fans are out here. You're circling the waters trying to get Aaron Rodgers. Maybe this he comes out of this darkness retreat and he's like, I've seen the inability to throw the football in this division, and I'm staying in Green Bay. Maybe that's what he does. I don't know. But everybody was look, Jalen Ramsey, he's getting welcome in from everybody. I saw him and Tyler Hero going back and forth on Instagram. It's Goosey's galore, dude. I mean, it's Goosey's on Goosey's galore with everything happening here for the Miami Dolphins. He told NFL Network, he says the Dolphins are getting a leader, one of the biggest competitors ever. I make teammates better. All the guys I got around, obviously you have X, Javon, the D-line, Christian Wilkins, the offense. They know what they're talking about with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Tua. It's going to be fun, exciting, and got to get there to work, though. I'm going to be a piece of that puzzle. So Ramsey, very excited in his comments. He also tweeted out, I prayed for this specifically for about a month, and now it is happening. Miami Dolphins, let's go. Tyreek Hill also threatened that he would fight him in practice if he ever decleated him like he did, which is just, that's adorable. Look at them. They're already getting along, the two of them. Two rascals. It's going to be such a great time in Dolphins land with Ramsey and Fangs. Oh, Fangs. How excited is Fangs right now? I mean, Fangs is out here and he's scheming. He's thinking things through. And now he's got Jalen Ramsey to add. And you don't have so much pressure on Xavier Howard. You think about that. Xavier Howard getting into his 30s now. You could put him and you have two of these guys who, it puts such a less burden on X, who certainly looked like, one of his tougher years last year, but was playing through some injuries as well. Now he's in a situation where he's not probably going to be facing the top guys all the damn time. And, can also go into those situations of being that ball hawk that he is all the time and those ball skills that he has to go snatch interceptions and make things happen. But you think about a guy who's, just done a whole lot of winning in his career between the Super Bowl, how he was with that defense in Jacksonville, and has really put the bullseye on his back. So he is, I think, going to be very used to this limelight. Just like with Tyreek, you bring in a guy that's kind of been there, done that, has the superstar credentials, but has also won. Is also knows what it takes and knows what the Dolphins are going through of being a team that is kind of putting all their chips to the table and seeing if they can pony this up and get themselves a Super Bowl victory. I think that stuff is valuable for Miami, and I think that this is going to be very, very exciting to see what Jalen can bring to the table. So a really, really fun day in Dolphins land. Shout out to Chris Greer for making this happen. This is exciting, man. We still got free agency to come up this week, so making deals before the year even starts. Who even know? Who knows what's to come, dude? Who knows? It could be a lot on the horizon, but that one,